Good evening, Fernwood. It is your time-lost troubadour, Neil, and it's time for us to enjoy another verse of the ballad of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. We're watching episode 266 today from April 11th, 1977. Oh, what a week it was last week, so let's get tangled in that web. One of the specters looming over the town of Fernwood is the Glorious Guardians of Good, which is a white hate group led by Vernon Bales and Tex. Vernon and Tex have recruited most of the neighborhood into the GGG, though the rank and file generally believe that they are part of a social club. In any case, Vernon and Tex are sowing the seeds of racism, and especially plan to frame Dewey, the janitor, for the explosion that happened at the plant a few weeks ago, even though they know that Tex specifically was responsible for the explosion. Last week started at the Dimes for the Disease telethon, which Wanda Jeter started to raise funds for the new Guardian Party, the GGG, and Merle Jeter's bid for the presidency. When it comes to the Hartmans, Mary performed a reading of Othello at the telethon with Dewey, and it was while his Othello was smothering her Desdemona to death that the telethon reached its donation goal. During the reading, many folks noticed exactly how good an actress Mary was, and Tom was specifically stunned at the moment that Othello kissed Desdemona. The next day there was some unspoken tension between Tom and Mary, and Tom really just wanted to be alone, but Mary really wanted to sit with him and talk it out. Tom insisted on his privacy and left Mary alone with her feelings unresolved. The day after that, Dewey visited Mary to put some distance in their relationship because he can feel that things are going badly in town and he does not want Mary to be in any danger. Mary proposes that perhaps the GGG can help solve the problems that Dewey has, and Dewey responds that Mary maybe doesn't know Vernon and Tex as well as she thinks she does. Then after that, Tom comes home and tells Mary that she has to end her friendship with Dewey because the GGG demands it. Also, Heather's new thing is refrigerator graffiti. Howie Freeze is about to go on the run because when given a choice between taking a bribe or getting shot in the gut, Howie took the money. He tells Kathy that he's moving away as she was about to break up with him, and she seemed a bit hurt. And after Martha left the Shumway home for being accused of being a kleptomaniac, which is true, she asked Kathy if she could move in with her. There is a mysterious presence outside of the Hager home. It seems to be stalking Loretta. Whatever it is, it has left a large footprint, which Charlie and Loretta both saw. Wanda and Merle have been gaslighting their maid Lila, trying to make her feel like she is going crazy because she had been blackmailing them with Wanda's diary, which she doesn't have anymore. And we began last Friday with Lila desperately on the phone to Tex to get the diary back, but Tex is still angry about the time that he found Lila and Howie in the tub. She tried to explain her scheme of grabbing the diary from him, but Tex isn't having it. Then Wanda continues her prank by pouring salt into the sugar bowl and serving it with coffee. Wanda plays it off, of course, like it's perfectly sweet, and when Lila goes into the other room, she switches sugar back into the bowl, just in time for Mary Hartman to come over and confirm that it's sugar. And Mary had stopped by to explain that she wasn't sleeping with Merle, but Wanda doesn't seem too bothered by it. Later, Merle asked Tex if things were going badly with Lila. Tex responded that he had wanted to bash her head in, so maybe not so well. Merle told Tex that he should show up at the Capri Lounge because they might be able to end both of their problems that night. And then at the Capri, Lila is still playing it like she has the diary. Wanda gives Lila the go-ahead to reveal everything she knows in public. And Lila gets up to the mic, but what comes out of her mouth is a complete babble, a ramble inspired by the gaslighting that she has experienced over the last couple of weeks. And Tex takes her away, probably to a mental hospital. Then back at the Haggers, Loretta gets a present from Vernon, a new GGG shirt. Loretta again hears that mysterious rustling, and she and Charlie go to the door, but Tom is there on the verge of knocking. Tom has his gun in hand, ready to get Charlie to go on their GGG patrol, and Loretta plans to stay in but gives Charlie a special knock so that she knows when to open the door. The two men leave, but then Loretta hears that special knock, and she takes a look outside, and whatever is looking at her, we don't know, but it does seem very big. So with that, I believe we're going to be going some pretty wild places this week, so let's get on the road.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman!
I got a feeling, though it may seem kooky, that there's something out there acting spooky. I got a feeling. Charlie, honey, what did you forget? Maybe I'll just go with you.
Hello?
Mary?
Loretta, can I ask your advice about me and Tom?
Mary,
We're having
Mary,
some
Mary.
marital problems.
Mary, you are not going to believe what I just saw. It's horrible, Mary. Absolutely horrible.
Uh-huh. Now, here's what Tom does that bothers me, that I really felt that I should speak
Mary,
about.
Mary, it is outside our door right now.
What's outside?
This huge, horrible, hairy monster, Mary, with like these big ears and these enormous feet. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are you sure it isn't the new milkman?
Mary, please, you've got to believe me. And Charlie's out on GGD patrol with Tom and everything. Did Tom tell you when he was going to be coming back home?
No, he didn't. Tom's out with Charlie, protecting Fernwood from crazed militants. Loretta, is that a crazed militant outside your door?
Mary, I wouldn't know a crazed militant if I fell over one, but my womanly instincts do tell me that this is more like a crazed monster, Mary, than a crazed militant.
Ah, a monster? Well, if you're that sure. You know, Loretta, if I were you, just to be on the safe side, maybe you should give yourself a quick little once-over with some 612. It keeps mosquitoes away.
Mary, it's here again! Help me!
You want to come over?
Honey? Honey, it's me.
Charlie?
Yeah, honey. Honey.
Oh, Charlie, hurry, come in the back door.
Okay.
Mary. Mary, it's okay. Charlie's home now. He's gonna... Listen, I'll call you back later. Mary, I'll explain later. Bye. Oh, Charlie.
Are you all right, honey? Oh. Oh, sweetheart, that's good. That's very good what you did with the furniture, honey. That's make it very inconvenient for anybody who wants to get in the front door.
Charlie, I knew you wouldn't let me get it. Did you see him outside?
No. See what? What are you talking about?
Charlie, the hairy monster, didn't you see him out there? I knew something was just peeping and creeping around here, Charlie, the whole time, you know. And tonight I saw him. I was sitting on the sofa and everything, and I was just playing my guitar, you know, and practicing. And all of a sudden, Charlie, the secret knot that we decided we'd do, it come, Charlie. And so I just figured it was you, you know, and I went to the door and I saw him. Charlie, it was like 8 feet of the hairiest, scariest, ugliest thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Sweetheart.
And Charlie was staring at me.
That must have been terrible for you, sweetheart. 8 feet. Oh, my. Are you sure? 8 feet? I mean, I believe you, honey, but I mean, you know, with all the bomb scares and the lunatics running around, maybe your imagination could exaggerate it a bit, huh?
It was 8 feet. Charlie, what are you talking about? You saw the footprint. Well, I saw what made it.
Yeah. I just naturally figured that, well, you know, there's an awful lot of people that are afflicted with terrible big feet. A thing, huh? A monster? I can't figure out, you know what I can't figure out? I can't figure out what in the world a monster wants around here.
Charlie, I didn't sit him down and ask him what his reasons for being here were. Look, Charlie, all I know is that lately, every time I've been singing and stuff, you know, on the couch, and every time I hear them same crazy noises that we've been hearing all along. And tonight, I saw him, Charlie. Wait a minute, what? You think my singing is what's attracting the monster? I mean, Johnny Cash said that, like, you know, music has charms what could soothe, what is that? The
savage beast, yeah.
And I have soothed some, like, real pretty wild audiences, you know, down at the Capri. Do you think that, Charlie?
Maybe. It could be some kind of a bear.
No, honey, I've seen bears at the zoo. It wasn't a bear. I know what a bear looks like. Anyway, what would a bear be doing in Fernwood?
Well, it could be just passing through on the way down from the Appalachians. I mean, I made it here from bear country. Why couldn't a bear? I'll tell you something. I'll tell you one thing. Bear or not, I got something that can take care of it.
What?
Just wait here. I got me a little old souvenir from the Blue Mountains here. There you go.
Oh, it's pretty dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous, all right, honey. It's awful dangerous for the bear. I'm gonna put that out on the front porch, and then we're gonna have bear burgers for breakfast, and we'll be walking on a bearskin rug in the bedroom in no time.
Charlie, could we just, you know, like get some plaster of Paris or something and maybe make us a little thing out of that footprint, you know? I mean, just in case it's not a bear. Maybe somebody will know what it is.
Yeah. I reckon I could do that. But I got a feeling, sweetheart. I got a feeling. You just call up Tom and Mary, and you tell them to get their appetites ready for BBQ Bear.
Well, I got them on the phone. I may as well ask them just in case how they like their monster cooked, too.
Howie, freeze. I thought you'd left town. Well, come on in out of the cold.
Thank you. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, hi there. Looks like you are carrying a heavy load.
Me? Oh, this? No, this is, it's light. It's light as a feather.
No, I mean you look glum.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. Listen, Mary, I'm leaving town again soon, and I came over, to ask you a kind of a favor. Would it be possible if you could,
Oh, excuse me for a minute. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm awfully sorry, okay? Yeah, excuse me. Hello? Tom. Hi. How are you? How's work? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just here. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Loretta told me about it. Oh, your thermos? Oh, well, let me check here and oh, yeah. I do. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I guess I just forgot to put it in. I really am sorry. I don't usually do that, and it won't happen. Okay, Tom, I said I was sorry, and I'm sorry. It will not happen again. No, I'm just here with, I'm sitting around talking to, Howie. Yeah, I'm fine, and, sure, I'll see you later, Tom. We'll see each other later. And, listen, Tom, do me a favor.
Listen, Mary, you know, when you were talking with him just then, what Why did you say that you were chatting with me and not with Dewey?
Oh, Dewey, I'm so sorry about that. I really am so sorry about that. It's just that we just haven't been really acting ourselves lately. Tom's been real upset, and we haven't been getting along real great. We really haven't. And as a result, he gets a little upset when he feels that I'm talking to strangers with stuff going on about mad bombers and stuff. Dewey, I'm really sorry. This isn't usually how I am, and I don't know how to make it up to you or...
And nobody's been acting themselves recently, Mary. Ever since the GGG came to town.
Oh, but Howie, people don't just stop acting themselves just because the GGG came into town. Dewey, I really want to call Tom, and I really want to tell him that you're here too.
Oh, don't do that, please.
Listen, Mary, I gotta be going, and this is what I came by for. I want to give this to you. This is some money that I'd like you to give to Kathy. It's for bills for the apartment. Okay?
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye. Howie. Hey, listen. I'm sorry. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Dewey.
Well, I guess I better go.
No, Dewey, just wait. Let me just call Tom. It's so important to me to let him know that you were here too. You know what I'll do? I'll just tell him that you were under the sink cleaning, and so I didn't see you. It's really easy.
No, really, there's no need. It didn't bother me.
Well, it bothered me.
Now what are you up to?
We're playing pick-up sticks.
Pick up sticks with pretzels. Who's winning?
I am, and I'm trying to concentrate.
Do you have to concentrate? I mean, isn't it very simple to go and move one stick away from the other without moving it? You want to bet I can do that?
Nope.
Give him a break, Ray. Let him play. He's just sulking because he misses you-know-who.
I don't miss you-know-who, and I don't care what's her name, what she's doing, where she's gone. You're the two that drive me crazy.
Us, we were an awful lot of fun.
Yeah, an awful lot of fun. Playing pick-up pretzels with Methuselah and his mistress.
Save your sweet talk for Martha. Why don't you call her up and admit that you miss her? It's your fault that she walked out anyway.
I didn't tell her to steal everything in sight.
Let's not mince words, George. You were about as subtle as Godzilla. Yelling at Martha and treating her like Ma Barker.
I was not yelling. I was very reasonable. For heaven's sake, she was like a Hoover vacuum cleaner, sucking up everything in sight. You're lucky you still got your dentures.
You're yelling.
Of course I'm yelling, because if I don't yell, you don't hear me.
What?
I said if I don't yell, you don't hear me.
That's right.
Hi, Daddy.
Pussycat.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Barbie.
Well, at least I got you back. You going to stay at the old homestead now?
Well, I don't think so, Daddy.
Well, how's your mother? She miserable? Miss me?
Well, she's like her plants, thriving. She always has a smile on her face and a song in her heart.
Oh, for God's sakes, Kathy, my marriage is going bust and you're making a Broadway musical out of it. Okay, I know the game she's playing. Two can play that game. I don't have to stay here all night and play pick-up pretzels with Rip Van Winkle and Tinkerbell. All right, it's time you knew. Black Book, many names. And there are women around this town who still like old, smooth George Shumway. Hello, Trudy Trevor, please. Who's this? Oh, her husband? No, I didn't know about the marriage. Oh, Vincent. Oh, she what? When was the funeral? Yeah, well, she always spoke very highly of you, Vincent. My deepest sympathies. And goodbye. It's all right. There's more names in here, and if I run out of these, I always got a few of these, because when George Shumway fools around, he doesn't fool around. Marcia Mason, please.
I've done a terrible thing, Mrs. Shumway.
I'm sure you have, Howie. That's what youth is for. Doing terrible things so you'll be able to regret them in your old age.
Please, don't try to make me feel better. I don't deserve it. I'm a hypocrite, a phony, louse, loser.
Here, let me fix you another drink. Maybe it will help you to forget it all.
Horrible stuff.
Here you are, Howie.
Thank you.
You know, since you've been gone, I have moved in your apartment with Kathy, and we're having a wonderful time. But I don't think there's room enough for an extra person there.
Don't worry. I just came back to town to take care of some unfinished business, I think. I have a very important decision to make.
Open fire with a rifle on Knoxville, Tennessee Street at lunchtime today, killing 2 women and a man and wounding at least...
Hey, man. Hey, Mama. What's happening? You got any kind of action coming down here tonight?
Not too much.
You know, Howie, it's not so hard to make a decision. I had no trouble at all deciding to marry George. He was the only one who asked me.
Yeah, I don't think it's that easy. Sometimes there are different things to consider, like people getting hurt, ethics, money.
Well, that is what your conscience is for. Yes, to guide you through all those considerations and help you make the decisions. Of course, there are some people with no conscience at all. Like that terrible person that stole all those dimes for the disease telethon money. Now, that is a terrible person.
Yeah. Whoever has that telethon money is a bum. Real bum.
And you never know what something means to someone until you happen to see them lose it.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Oh, it is a horrible, horrible thing to take something that belongs to someone else. It really makes you stop and think, you know? Oh, Harry, I think these were your sunglasses.
Thank you. You see, it really did make you stop and think.
You know, Howie, my family has been accusing me of stealing. And, well, I haven't known it really. But just now, while we have been talking, something clicked inside my head.
Yes?
Yes. It clicked in there, and I saw the light, and I realized I am cured.
You're cured?
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
I am cured.
I think you are cured.
Yes,
Hallelujah!
A great weight has fallen off my shoulders. Oh, hallelujah.
And you know what? If you can do it, then I can do it too.
Oh, here, Howie. Now, you let me pay for that. You know, I am cured. I am cured. I don't know what I had or how long I had it or why I had it, but I'm cured.
Hello, Mr. Mayor? Yeah, Howie Freeze. Yeah, hi. Yeah, no, listen. Listen, I've got to see you. I've got to see you as soon as possible. No, listen. I know who has the telethon money, and I know all about this bomb business. No, I'll come right over. Right. Yes, right, bye. Right. Okay. Mrs. Shumway, thank you. Thank you, and goodbye, and please don't worry. The diseased people will get their money. I'm sure of that.
Oh, bless you. Yes, I know they will, because if I can reform, anybody can. Oh, the world is a fabulous place.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Goodbye.
Say, my man, could I talk to you for a minute? Step over here in my office. Do your thing there, Mama.
Yeah, well, you know,
Well, hey, ain't no big thing. I mean, me and the brothers, we heard you gig on the radio. I just want to tell you, man, that we dig it, I mean, we really like to get down when you put on them sides, Jack.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but I really do have to go, okay?
Well, hey, ain't no big thing. Give me 5, man.
Okay, yeah.
All right, backhand side. Come on, right. Yeah, put your finger in the hole.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, this is the happiest moment of my entire life. I have been healed of kleptoism. Oh, the world is full of so many fabulous things and so many, many, many surprises. Yeah.
I got one. Give me 10.
Oh, well, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how about a little dance?
Got no time for you, Mama.
Oh, Howie, how about dancing with me? I just love to dance. Oh, I didn't know you could play the piano. Howie? Howie? Oh my God, he's dead! Ah!
That was really not the end that I wanted. So we begin with Loretta's sighting. She's tripping into cryptozoology. Apparently, well, it's unclear exactly. It hasn't been stated verbally at least, but it appears to be a bigfootish creature. A large-footed creature about 8 feet tall that isn't a bear, except that Charlie thinks it might be a bear. Loretta thinks it might be a monster, so let's get a plaster Paris imprint of that footprint. And Mary on the phone really only wants to talk about the problem with Tom, which again is still a little unformed. I'll also note that Tom seems to have replied to Heather's refrigerator graffiti. I was really excited to see Howie back, maybe expecting and hoping in my heart that he had a change of heart and would take on the GGG. He came to leave some money for Kathy for rent and stuff, or bills. While Tom is on the phone with Mary, she leaves out that Dewey is there, probably because Tom asked her to end the friendship. But then she tries to play it off like she absent-mindedly forgot him, which is not the case. It's very clear she considered what she would say to Tom. I wish that Mary had been more clear about why she said the things that she did, because at this point, Dewey has every reason to feel hurt by it, though he says he isn't hurt. And then we get George and Raymond and Barbie together. George, as we have seen, when he is on his own, he gets really lonely. Grandpa Larkin and Barbie are having plenty of fun doing pickup sticks with the hard pretzels, and George won't admit that he misses Martha. And Kathy comes by with a suitcase, I'm not sure why. I think maybe to pick things up for Martha. They push George a little bit to say that he does miss her, but he won't admit it. So he does his thing and calls an old lady friend who not only was married, but also passed away recently. And they have a giggle at that. But I have to admit, George is a lonely person. And I also feel bad for our last scene, which seemed to me to be the turnaround of Howie to go back to his investigation of the GGG and his feeling about taking the bribe, which he honestly felt awful about. And this is combined with Martha's kleptomania storyline. So as she is talking through how bad it could be that this money was stolen, she attempts to steal Howie's sunglasses and actually would have gotten away with it if she didn't have a change of heart. So at this point, she feels really cured of kleptomania. I'm not sure if the underlying issues aren't there, but she seems to at least notice that she is stealing things and has acted to make better of it, to make right by the world. And this inspires Howie to continue his quest. And I was so excited, except that our disguised Tex, and I don't want to get too much into the blackface. I know that we are dealing with stereotypical characters. And Tex is stereotypically bigoted. He comes in, and as Howie is pledging to get back on the trail of the GGG, and Martha is celebrating her new mental health, Tex murders him in plain sight. And it really feels like at the Capri Lounge, if people are dancing, they literally can't see anything else. So we have a murder that, as far as Martha knows, was committed by a black man, and I am really not sure where this is going. So I guess the only way for us to find out is to trudge on. Thank you so much for watching with me. Thank you so much for leaving your thoughts, feelings, and impressions down in the comments. Thank you for enjoying another verse of the ballad of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, and we will see you tomorrow night in Fernwood.